Yo, what's up? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Hope everyone's having a fantastic Saturday. We are back again with more coding streams. Man, I haven't been online in a few days. Feel rusty. Let's see if we can continue this. What we got in the chat? Let's see if the game works. Hey, hey, look at that! We got Christmas. We got snowman. That's sick. Can I hit it? Can I hit it? Oh, close. Okay. All right. Let's see. You know, I've actually kind of forgotten what we did. See if we can review. So we started going through React. Right. Okay, let's just review. So you can write JavaScript code within this curly braces. Hello is them. Nested JSX must return a single element. So it has to be within divs, right? Or it has to be within a parent element for it to work. Adding comments. Render the DOM elements. React DOM.render component to render and target node. Okay. So for example, got class kitten extends React or component. Constructor prop, super props, render. And then whatever you want to render goes there. This.name. Yeah, okay. Use React to render nested components. So const type of fruit is oh, there you go. That's how you. Apples, blueberries, strawberries, bananas. Render a class component to the DOM. Document get element by ID, challenge node, and then React DOM to render thing and target. So that was this thing here, right? Right. So you can set a default to be that. Just okay. Items. Hey, what's up, Astro? How's it going, man? All good, how are you? What's going on? State consists of man, I took 4 days off and now I feel like I've forgotten everything. That's how crazy this is right now. I'm looking at this going, this was making sense 4 days ago. And now it's just like, what? Oh yeah, I remember doing the state. Initial state, there's still hand click, there's still the bind. I remember you can also do it outside of this thing here too. Oh yeah, this one here. So you can bind to any instance outside of the component. This was what Studutso was talking about. All right. All right, let's see if I can remember. Set the state with this. That's the problem learning how to code. If we stop and we come back, don't remember anything. Oh man, yeah. It's only been 4 days as well. Like what? That's insane. There's a button element in the code editor which has on-click handler. This dot handle click, this dot handle click to bind this. So button on click, it runs handle click, right? And handle click basically needs to this dot set state. What about you, man? What are you working on? I think that. Okay, cool. I'm taking a JavaScript course on Udemy. Okay, cool. Awesome, awesome. Building any projects? All right, let's move on. Okay. Bind this to a class method. So in addition to setting and updating state, you can also define methods for your component class. A class method typically needs to use this keyword so it can access properties on the class, such as state and props. There are a few ways to allow your class methods to access this. One common way is to explicitly bind this to the constructor so this becomes bound to the class. So there's a handle click with that. For this handle click method in the constructor, then you call the function like this or set state within your class method. This refers to a class and will not be undefined. This keyword is one of the most confusing as JavaScript and plays an important role in React. However, its behavior here is totally normal. These lessons aren't the place. Okay, sure. The code editor has a component called state. Stop learning JavaScript for a while, so I'm learning foundations again. Oh man, good luck with that, because 4 days I've left and this all feels new. So cool. You're starting from scratch. Do you listen on? Okay, so the code editor has a component with a state that keeps track. I already know the foundation, but it's never bad to remember. That is true. A code editor is a component with a state component of state that keeps track. Yeah. On handle click, it was gonna say you clicked, or it should. On button click me. This does state.text. Yep. However, the method doesn't work because it's using this keyword that is undefined. Fix it by explicitly binding this to the handle click method in the components constructor. Okay. Next, add a click handler to the button element to render the method. It should trigger the handle click method when the button receives a click event. Remember that the method you pass to the on-click handler needs curly braces because it should be interpreted directly as JavaScript. Once you complete the above steps, you should be able to click the button and see you clicked. Okay. Okay, I think this one. You're studying in the UK? I live in the UK, yeah. On click. Something like that. This is very similar to the last exercise, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit. See how it was done. This don't have no click. Oh, on click equals. and the curly brace goes. Is that right? This dot handle click equals this. Click me, collect. Okay. And click this to set state. Yeah, okay. I'm still waiting for an answer from university. Okay, which university is it? And what are you going to study? Use the state to toggle an element. Sometimes you might need to know the previous state when updating the state. However, state updates may be synchronous. This means React may batch multiple set state. Bucks New Uni. I've never heard of Bucks New Uni. So, where is that? Buckingham? In Wycombe. Never heard of that. Is this a new university or they've been around for a while? Yeah, it's in Buckinghamshire. Okay, fair enough. Computing and web development. Nice, nice. Oh, what was it? UCAS, Uni ranking, I guess. I've never heard of them. Cookies, sure. Whatever. Computing and web development, nice man. That's awesome. Okay, so let's say it goes into a single update. This means you can't rely on the previous state of this state of this props because when calculating the next value, so you should not use a code like this. This does state counter, this does state counter, but this is props increment. Instead, you should pass set state a function that allows you to access state and props. Using a function with set state guarantees you are working with the most current value of state and props. This means the above should be rewritten as this does state and props, counter state the props. Okay. You also use a form without props, so if you need to only set the state. Note that you have to wrap the object literal in parentheses, otherwise JavaScript thinks it's a block of code. To wrap the object literal in parentheses. Okay. So we have a my component that has a visibility property initialized to false. Okay. The render method returns one view if the value of visibility is true and different if it's false. So we've got render if visibility is true, return. Now you see me. If it is false, return nothing, basically nothing, right? It's going to show nothing there. So why is this not working? Currently, there's no way of updating the visibility property in the component state. The values should toggle back and forth between true and false. There is a click handler on the button. So on click, toggle visibility. Okay. Which triggers a method called toggle visibility. Pass a function to set state to define methods so that the state of visibility toggles the opposite of so. Okay, cool. I think we can do that. Let's. I'm gonna stand up for a bit. All right. So first thing first, we need to bind it somewhere, right? This dot toggle this dot toggle visibility equals this dot toggle visibility. I'm in London, United Kingdom. Toggle visibility dot bind this, right? And then here we're gonna have hang on, let's see. The value should toggle back and forth. There is a click handle on the bottom which triggers a class method because that. Pass a function to set state. Okay, so toggle visibility. It's not that far from Buckinghamshire. Man, I'm so bad with geography. Oh yeah, it's only half an hour away. Nice. You're around here. London's here as well. Actually, about an hour drive. Yeah, it's pretty close. We can link up, man, for sure. Okay, what are we missing here? So, toggle the visibility, say one of these, right? Yeah. This dot set state. Right, and it's gonna take in so it takes in state, state, right? And then it's gonna go if state I guess I could go if this dot state dot. Does it take in state? State props, I guess. Would I put, man, I have no idea. Would I put state or visibility in here? Okay, state is there. State. Let's see. This dot. Maybe something like this, huh? Gonna get dinner now. See you later. All right, man. Sounds good. Thanks for stopping by. And good luck with the university. University feedback, I guess. Hope you get in, man. I don't know what I'm missing here. What am I doing wrong? Toggle visibility is a method. You're gonna get an answer on Monday? Nice, nice, nice. Hey, what's up, Winwood? Class-based components. You don't like those? didn't do this to you. Oh man. Functional okay, I'll probably use functional when I go to projects, but this thing wants me to learn this. What am I doing wrong? Okay, there we go. All right, so this works. Okay, but I just need to add some kind of logic, so it toggles. Class toggle. I know how to toggle CSS, but I don't know. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to need some kind of if statement. So if this dot state dot visibility is true, smart choice. Functionals are smarter choices. Can I just go visibility is false? Is it gonna like that? Or do I have to go if this dot state dot visibility, then this dot set state? We can get rid of this. You see what I'm trying to do here? Toggle visibility. If this dot state of visibility, if this is true, which is what I'm saying, if it is equals to true, then this dot set state visibility is false. Else, this dot Hey, that works. Okay, great. So that's how you need to do it. If what if I just had it like that? If it is true, that should also work, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Very cool. I feel like we should make notes on this. Um. So pass in something like that, and then the other one is you can also use a form if you only need the state, which is true in our case. But what's going on, Win? But what are you up to, man? Haven't spoken to you in a few days. How's things on your end? Okay, this one's done. An anonymous function. Oh, it's not complete. Although it's doing what it's supposed to do. An anonymous function should be passed to set state. I want something like that. What does that mean? An anonymous function. I mean, it's doing what it wants me to do. You see? Oh, it wants something like this. Why does it not like me closing the braces here? Oh, because I haven't closed that. Okay, that makes sense. The anonymous function should be processed as state. I mean, dude, it's doing what you want me to do. Why is it not? We got an anonymous function, right? So function. I don't know what is missing. Help. Yeah, we've done that already. I think that one's fine. Remember, you can use the JavaScript function to check the state of an element. Oh, look at that. I've only got one. So they have it inside the thing and not outside. Okay. This is a state. It's a function. If state of visibility is true, return visibility is false. Else, what are you missing there, guys? This does set state. It's a function, and there's an if check. If visibility is false, then return visibility. Or if it's true, return false. Else, meaning if it's true, or if it's false. State. Wait, what's missing? What's the difference between these two? Because what am I missing? Toggle visibility. This dot set state. Oh, it's got that. Yo, what am I missing? Oh, that was it? Okay. Alright, that makes sense. Let's look at solution 2. Class my component extends, control the props. So it's just set it to whatever the opposite of that is. Okay, very interesting. Alright. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Ask me later. Increment, decrement, reset. Okay. You can design more complex stateful component by combining the concepts covered so far. These include initializing the state, writing methods to set the state, and assigning click handlers to trigger these methods. The counter component keeps track of the counter component. Keeps track of a count value in state. So go counter component keeps track of count. There are two buttons which call methods increment and decrement. Right. Write these methods so the counter value, which is somewhere here, right? So this here. So when the is incremented by 1, when the appropriate button is clicked. Also created a reset method, so when it's clicked, the count is set to 0. Make sure you don't modify the class names of the buttons. Also remember to add necessary bindings for the newly created methods in the constructor. All right, so we're going to need two methods, right? The method's going to be increment, and then also going to be decrement. So I did this dot increment equals this dot increment dot bind to this, and then I think I'll just copy that twice. This one's going to be decrement. All right, so we binded those things to that. So you got this dot increment, this dot decrement, this dot into reset to. Right. Oh. Okay. All right. So that's all the handlers done. So now we also need reset. The only thing the return is doing is on click. It's class name increment, Class. Where do we use the class? Um, that's probably used for the. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Oh, dude, I've been speaking to myself the whole time. What about music? Can you hear the music? Discord? Okay. Hey, 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 what's going on, man?
We've been streaming for 1 hour 40 minutes, and there was no audio all along, or maybe it did like cut off.
Probably cut off. Oh, man. I was speaking to myself for the last hour at least. Oh,
Shit, like
dude.
I didn't notice because I didn't have my headphones on. I'm on a video call and I'm just watching through what you're doing, and I
Okay.
realized
Okay.
some of your tests are failing. And shit, man, like 1 hour 40 minutes, you've been talking to yourself.
Fun stream, man. Fun stream, bro. This, I took 4 days off. So last time I did this was when you and I did it, like Monday morning. I'd take 4 days
Yeah,
off, and now my head is, I've forgotten everything. And yeah,
yeah.
this
I
is
also can't see what you're trying to do. I'll just read the last failing test and try to understand what's going on from the code base.
okay.
Submitting the form should run handle submits, which should set the submit property in state equal to the current input. So submits button should handle submit. The form is handling the submit, and then you have prevent default. Does that work? The prevent default? I think it works. I saw something around that.
I got no idea. It just told me to do it, so I did it. And it says to add in the submit handler, which I think is this one.
Yeah, that guy makes sure that because button inside a form, a button of type submit inside a form. When you click enter, it redirects to a next page if you don't have the prevent default. Because
Right.
I think by default it sends all the input values to, I don't know, whatever URL you specify within your form. So if that works, and then event target value, I don't think you need to take from value. Where you should be taking from state input. But then why isn't the line 29 handling whatever you're trying to do?
Also, what is this? Why is this here? I don't understand. Like these
Why are
lines.
you asking me what's what where? You wrote the code.
no, no. This was already there. So when I reset the code, like this thing, maybe I just need to delete those.
Hey, so change code below this line, change code above this line, and then there's
I delete the stuff. Let me
what the
let me add it
hell?
back. Let me run test now. Yeah, don't understand. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know what line 29 is supposed to be doing. I legit don't know because handle change sets inputs to the state, and then submits. Oh yeah, the reason why uh value is probably failing for that one. And also remember the event is fired by a wait a minute. Then on submits is not the actual, because handle submits is bound to the form. So I have no idea what the event target value is going to be, because it's either going to be something off the form, the whole form, or the button, and it's not going to be the data that you're looking for. So what you can do is, if line 29 is working as it's supposed to, then the value of what you're looking for is inside state.input. So you can just set submit is equal to this dot state.input
Oh, in here.
for line 19. And yeah, that one, because I'm assuming, I assume this is how. Wait a minute. Then why do they have value is equal to state.input if they're gonna have like on change also being set to handle change, which also assigns unless line 29 state dot input. Yeah, React is weird. Anyway, assuming that this is the case, I think you're in a class. State dot input is supposed to be this dot state dot input.
This one here.
Line 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it. Oh my god.
Is it working?
Yes. Yes.
Ah,
That was,
cool,
oh
cool.
my god. Okay. So the only thing it was just this line. Oh,
Yeah.
bro, no idea
So
how much stress this
yes.
caused me. You have no idea how stressed I was. I
Yeah,
was
things are
like,
not working out for you today.
nah.
Anyway, I'm gonna take off my headset and continue with my call, man. And
Okay.
if I see that you're struggling again, I'm gonna jump back in.
All right, man. Appreciate the help, dude. You have no idea how much I
Appreciate
appreciate the help. All right.
it.
Later. Oh my god. Today's a funny day, man. Yeah, okay. Create a controlled form. All right. Pass state as props to child components. You've seen a lot of examples that pass props to child JSX and child React components in previous challenges. You may be wondering where those props come from. A common pattern is to have a stateful component containing the state important to your app that then renders child components. You want these components to have access to some pieces of that state which are passed in as props. For example, maybe you have an app component that renders a nav bar. Okay. Among other components in an app, you have a state that contains a lot of user information, but nav only needs to access the user's username. You can pass that piece of state to navbar component as a prop. This pattern illustrates some important paradigms in React. The first is unidirectional data flow. State flows in one direction down the tree of your application's component. Uh, Child component receive the state that they need. The second is that complex stateful apps can be broken down into just a few, maybe single stateful component. The rest of your components simply receive the state from the parent as props and render a UI from that state. It begins to create a separation which state management is handled in one part of code, UI rendering in another. This principle of separating state logic from UI. Okay, so what do we have here? We've got a MyApp component. Um, Name is camper bar. It renders a navbar, and navbar is another component that renders um, an h1 tag. Hello, my name is this. Okay, pass the name property in a state, which is this one, down to the child component. Hmm. Then show the name in the h1 tags that's part of the nav, and the method name should appear after the text. Hello, my name is, and then somewhere here we can add this dot state dot name, right? But we need to first fix this navbar pass But how do you pass stuff? What did we do before? This or set state name. I got no idea how do you pass a thing. Are we just doing this? Name as props. Should receive this something as props. Hmm. I got no idea what it's talking about. There's the handle change. So we got methods. So far, I've only dealt with methods, right? And it's saying you saw a lot of examples that pass props to child in previous. Did I see a lot of examples of that? Okay, I guess the way we did it was using this, and this does state on input. You may be wondering where those props come from. A common pattern is to have a stateful component containing the state, and then render child components. You want these components to have access to some pieces of the state which are passed in as props. Yeah, I'm gonna need some hints. I got no idea what he's talking about. In this challenge, we're going to be passing a state, but since the state is local to its parent component, we must use props to pass. Using props in a child component will allow us to. What the hell is a prop? Desktop props.name. Okay. It's like my app. Something like that. I mean, state would be the prop, no? It's the state. Function, welcome properties, return h1 props and name. Welcome extends return h1 hello. This the props and name. The Web2 component is equivalent from. All right. Const element is that. For example, this this code renders hello Sarah on the page. So function welcome props return hello props. Welcome name equals Sarah. React render MMI need. Yeah, okay, I'm still confused as F. I have no idea what that means. My app should render the nav component. Okay, I've completely broken that. Reset. Let's reset the code. All right, we have a nav bar. Boom. That's fine. And the nav bar extends. I mean, shouldn't just be this dot state dot name. Oh, it can't be this because I need to bind this somewhere, right? Because this in this example is just a nav bar. It's not. We're just calling nav bar in here. Can I do? Oh, okay. Maybe I can assign a value. Value equals the name, and then in here we can go event dot something. What was it? Event the target of value maybe. Event dot target dot value. Is that gonna work? That does not work. How the hell would you pass? What? Okay. Forgot to open Discord. Oh, hey man, what's going on? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
you weren't like you truly forgot or what's going on.
Dude, I took 4 days and yeah, I'm literally, I might have to start from scratch again from the first one because, yeah.
Yeah, that might help. That might help. Because anyway, um, what you were doing before was recording inputs and forms and events around forms and inputs.
Right.
Now there's none of that here, so you won't be seeing much of events, targets, or whatever. It's
Gotcha.
just
Okay.
parent component, child component, like something you started off with, but I guess there's little to explain that now. So here's what's going on. I think as far as line 12, all is well, but I'm confused as to why the tests are failing because nav bar is being set up correctly, I believe, I hope. But in terms of you using your what is this thing? Here's the kicker. You're saying this dot state dot name, but there's no states inside navbar.
Right. So,
What is there that you can use inside navbar?
we got value, right?
Where is it coming from? You just said value. Where did you get the value?
I just assigned it because we were assigning it before. That's still the reason because we had a value
But you have
attribute.
what you What you have is props passed
Okay.
in from the constructor. Now, what I'm confused about is, oh yeah, you can do this dot props dot name.
Oh, but
The
wait,
the 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 parent component. What the hell's going on? No, props use
wait.
the my app component is the one that has a state with a property name. And what you do is you pass down that name from state to navbar. But navbar is receiving properties from the parent, and then that's how you access data from the parent as properties. But the my app guy is just passing down its own state as HTML attributes. I think they might call them. So from there, it's navbar and then attribute name equals to in those fancy brackets this dot state dot name, I believe.
Okay, attribute name. What is that? Attribute name.
Just type in name where the cursor is.
All right. Got
And then you googling it. No,
it. Okay. Wait. Okay. This
yeah,
stop.
I said attribute to explain that the what's the thing. Essentially, an HTML tag has attributes. So
Right.
name in that context is an attribute of an HTML tag. But in this case, I don't know what they call it in React. Anyway, yeah. So not yeah, because you have the state there, but props, although props are in the constructor and the super whatever, we don't care about that. We care about the state because the test says you must pass in that name from this guy to props as
Okay.
props. I mean,
Oh
and then
man. Okay.
below,
Right. Yeah. That
yeah,
makes.
just try to refresh yourself with what's going on with pretty much even with just reading through this code. I don't think you need to go back as to like you have everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Okay.
app extends React component is receiving props or might be receiving props. We don't know.
Right.
But we have we have access to the props props property either way. But within the constructor also, we're creating a state, and in that state we have a name of type string, and from what they want is pass that name to a child component, and we do that by specifying the property name as what's this thing, an attribute. So you see navbar, there must be something. I have no idea where to get it though, where they give you names of these things or of an HTML tag, but anything that goes inside of it,
Yeah.
like name in this case, is an attribute. When you're writing your HTML and you type in ID is an attribute. Class is an attribute.
Okay.
For images, when you create an HTML image, you write in src equals to the location of the image. Src or source is the attribute. So those things you give HTML whatever, yeah, those are yeah attributes.
Okay.
And then you specify by attribute what properties are going to be in the props that you're passing through to the child to to that component. And in this case it's navbar receiving, like specifically pretty much the same as my app in terms of props being received through the constructor, as that's how you should always do it. They told you that like 4 days ago, I believe. Was it 4 days ago? I think it was.
It's been
i,
yeah.
I remember, man.
Yeah. It was Monday morning. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
And
Friday. Yeah.
so you have access to props. Now we can use this dot props dot name inside navbar because we know exactly that that's the property we're passing from the parent. Other than that, we have to read it from somewhere, or we cannot assume that props will have the properties that we're looking for.
Right.
And navbar can also, as a class component, navbar can also have like a state of its own, like its own data objects inside initialized inside the constructor, like this dot state equals to an object of type, I don't know, link. whatever nerf bar would have. So yeah, this is essentially React in a nutshell.
Okay. Yeah, confusing as heck, but okay. And also
Yeah,
forgetting basic concepts. Yeah.
I think practice will help, but it's too early now to be concerned with practice. You just go through the course again. Should you feel like you're getting stuck in some things,
Yeah.
try to get links to the intro challenges that you might redo, like from exactly free code camp again, just to refresh your memory with these things.
All right. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, but over time, muscle memory will kick in, and you remember these things without even thinking about them.
Right. Yeah. No, that
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. Man, if you told me to do this in pure vanilla JavaScript, I think I'd be more comfortable right now. This, like,
That's because you did pure vanilla JavaScript for days, if not weeks.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like for instance, if someone tells you do something, query some selector with whatever and add weird
Typing away.
classes into it, you can
Yeah.
do it without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Man. Okay.
and it's the same with frameworks. With React, I notice. I think with me, I'm getting an advantage of coming from another framework, but it does have this steep learning curve jumping from vanilla JavaScript to a JavaScript framework because things like change drastically.
Right.
Although it simplifies like shitloads of things, it's still too much to take in one sitting.
Right. And also don't take breaks. That's also messing with me right now.
Yeah, you don't take breaks and then you disappear for days away from code. So
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's why.
yeah, that's essentially it, man.
All right. Cool, man. Thanks again. Thanks so much. This is needed.
Yeah, I'll call this intervention should should it be needed.
Okay.
Should move the call, man. Cheers.
All right, man. Thanks. Hey, what's good on Zali? Take more breaks. Coded. Man, I literally took a 4 day break, so I came back and I forgot everything. Been struggling so far today, just remembering what I did. It wasn't an intentional break. Just I got so busy with work, just didn't have time to jump on. So that's where we're at. Um, okay. Feel like I might take another break now. I just need. Honestly, the most important things in time, just consistency. Even 30 minutes a day. Yeah. No, yeah, that makes sense. Just been super busy with work. Just haven't had time to um, code. That's been one of the biggest problem. But yeah, I'll try and get back to a daily thing again. Yeah, I get just tough, right? All right, how far are we in this? Got a few things left. Parcel callback as props, lifecycle, event listeners. Yo, what's going on, abs? It's going alright. It's going alright. I actually haven't touched it since Monday, so right now kind of forgot everything, and we're refreshing my memory right now. How about you, man? How's the projects? All right, see. Gave up? Are you serious? Seriously? That's funny, man. That whack-a-mole is it's too long, man. It is long, but man, honestly, the whack-a-mole, I learned so much doing that single project. It was worth it, I think. Like, I struggled through it, but I learned so many new concepts. Wacom was a great project. Yeah, I learned so much from it. Like CSS animation. Right, yeah, I learned the animation. I learned about what else did I learn about? The toggling on and off. I guess that was already done from rock paper scissors. I learned about local storage. I also added like I don't know if you, yeah. Let me put it up. Also, if you start the game, the sound. adding the sound, adding sound effects when it gets hit. And then if you don't do anything, I don't know if you actually played around with this. So if you don't hit a single thing the first round, I also added some logic to give custom messages. So it says seriously didn't hit one. So I had some if then rules for that. And then if you do hit it, I also see the button changes based on what you do. So one, whatever. So I initially had round as a text. I changed that to go straight into the button like that, and it changes. Well played. Next round, and then yeah, and the round two shows right here. Just trying to get those things going. It didn't work at the start, so I had to like figure out how to make that work. Which yeah, and also like having this picture follow the cursor on the screen. Yeah, I think it was Aurora in the chat who helped me out with that. But yeah, I learned to do that. It's like, man, this project was so worth it. Good for timers too. Like, yeah, set interval. That's another one we learned in this one. Set interval, set timeout. Um, this 3-2-1 here, that's a set interval of its own that counts every 1 second and it runs for 4 seconds. And each second it prints out that name. So, man, I don't know, man. I think it was worth it. It might be good to just do it, unless you've got other projects you're working on. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Started learning Node.js. Just like backend stuff, no? If you have no ideas, do it. If you do have ideas, what you're waiting for. Right. What is a Node.js? No. What are you learning Node.js for? Any particular reason? Yeah, it's used for JSON website and backend API services. I need to create a web app in 3 months. Oh, web app, really? That's for your degree? Fair enough. Nice. Do you know what the web app's going to be? Right, yeah, what kind of web app? That's my question too. You can also pass handler functions or any method that's fun. You pass methods to child just like a regular prop. It's on a name, there's a props and child component. I'm thinking it might be a job recruitment web app, but still brainstorming ideas. Oh, and I need a client. Oh, you actually need to do a real life project? Um, I can find you a client because I need to build this stuff anyway. I don't know how things gonna be. How you know the work city stuff I was telling you about? If you want to play around with that, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. So work city could be something. Does it need to be completed but in 3 months, or can you start in 3 months? Looks confusing. What is it? It's kind of like it's kind of like freelancer.com, I guess you'd call it, where you have local sort of talents, so freelancers, who advertise the job. For example, this guy here has got it's an accounting business. They create their profile, and then someone else, a business or a regular person, like a self-employed person, can come in and hire him. Um, yeah, that's what it is. You just come in and, for example, if you need to, you know, move a house or whatever, you request stuff. Talking professor out of his inside. I do that for a database class. Since I had bad anxiety and made my own thing. What did you make? Well, I have exams in mid-Jan, so after I finish those, I can start straight away on it. Okay, very cool. Um, all right, let's see. You can pass status props charm. There are three components outlined in the code editor. It's a site where you can look up stats. Oh, I remember that. You sent me that last time. I remember looking that up. Three components. We've got my app, got get input, and render input. The my app component is a parent that will render the get input that will render the get input and render input child components. Okay. Okay, it's going to render those two. All right, very cool. Add the get input component to the render method and then pass a prop called input. Pass it a prop called input assigned to input value. Assigned to. Can I do input equals this dot state dot input value? Can I do that? Maybe, I don't know yet. Also create a prop called handle change. Create a prop called handle change. Create a prop called handle change. And pass the input handler handle change to it. This dot is that what it is? I have no idea what I was talking about here. Maybe. Next, add the render input. Then create a prop called input and pass the input value from state to it. Which I guess would just be this, right? State. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, so whatever type in here, like abs. Abs needs to finish whack a mo and it'll show up on the thing. Very cool. So like in capitals, all caps lock abs. Finish the whack. A mo project! Exclamation marks. Hey man, it's not me. It's JavaScript telling you to do stuff. I'm just inputting in the field and it wants you to do it. Okay, so I got it to work, but what the heck, man? There's a lot of stuff going on here. It's a sign, abs. It is a sign. All right, if I let's see, if I land, it's a sign. If I don't land, then it's a major sign. But Node is calling me. Maybe you can build it using Node. Oh, this we have Christmas themes. Oh, Zali's about to land. You were about to land until Zali pushed you off. That's funny. All right, this one's done. Let's go. 66%. Landed for 6.47. Nice. Okay, welcome. All right. React components have several methods that provide opportunities to perform actions at specific points in the life cycle of a component. Man, there's components. It's just components, man. I get it, but then I read it again and I'm like, welcome or API. Man, how did you get the thinking emoji? Haha, think. What? Isn't that what I did? Why does it not work? Do I not have access to that? No idea. Limited time only emote. Interesting. So you're having trouble understanding what components are? Kind of get it. It just, I think I just need more examples, maybe. Components, and you got props, which are properties. Yeah, it's just confusing. Yeah, and you got a class, which is a React component. Did I have notes on that? Man, maybe I got notes. Maybe I did know it, and then it's been 4 days and I forgot. Constructor. Should watch a little video. Okay, do you have a good video? I'll watch. I'll watch. Uh, why use React? Oh, why this guy doesn't use any frameworks? I just applied to the software dev role and coding questions would be in my place. What's the role? Which company? Oh, this one? JavaScript frameworks versus vanilla JavaScript. That one might be good. What does a junior software developer pay in the UK? Or maybe London because we're in London, right? London's higher than just UK in general. 32k, that's it? Man, so underpaid. Fail. Oh man, that's so crap. um what about just senior like mid-level? 50k is the average. That's too bad. Come on. Why is it doing that? Oh god, we're looking at salaries. Yeah. 32k sounds a lot to me. Really? Nah man, that's way underpaid for what you're doing. No way. 50k is like a starter for front end, right? Exactly. Like Americans pay a lot, so I'm saying you got to work for an American company. Like UK just doesn't pay much, man. So if you look at average junior dev salary America, I'm sure it's gonna be a lot higher. Look at that, 40 to 69k. 53k is the average salary in America. And what's that like? USD to GBP. All of the exchange rate is pretty bad right now. Like 53k, that's 40k. That's 8,000 more. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's about 40k right now. Um, that's to the title you want. Software engineer, junior developer. Okay, junior software engineer. Not London. I want to go America. Bro, 55k. Look at that, man. I'm telling you, you want to work for an American company and you can do it. London is so bad. 24k. Are you serious? That's the half of what Americans get paid. Yeah, we'll look at this one. Come to San Francisco. Are you in San Fran? Bad cop. Oh yeah, look at that. Average juniors get 70k. I'm sure it's inflated because of like the San Francisco and Silicon Valley kind of things. But look at that on average. Your salary is silly. Are you in San Francisco? Who do you work for, if you don't mind me asking? Nice. What company? If you're working in San Fran, I'm guessing at least 100k. Samsara? I've heard of Samsara. I don't know what they do though. Is that them? That's London. Samsara, SaaS. It's probably a SaaS company, I would guess. Oh, it's this one. IoT. Are you based in London? But you're in San Francisco, no? I guess headquarters is in London. No, let's look it up. Samsara software engineer salary. It's gonna be probably the 100 grand. Jesus Christ, 152k. When I'm based in London, it's just a separate office. Gotcha. Software engineer, look at that. Starts off at 84k and goes to 160k. You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Man, Americans get paid way high. So if you look at even like a senior software engineer in London, is so bad. Probably like 70k, like max, I would say. And London pays them. Look at that, 72k, which is let's put 72 here. 72. which is about 95K. That's, man, that's, what was that, like 40,000 less, 50,000 less than what you can make 660. That's like 70K less, and you're a senior software developer. Like, man, I'm telling you, those numbers are wrong. Okay, you're saying it's even higher than that? Oh man, abs, man. If I can say something, go work for, find a job in an American company, man. So I don't need to pay way more. I have a friend already making 200K as a network engineer with only 3 years. Yeah, that's insane. Oh, yeah, 200K. That's mad. Yeah, that's insane. Junior though, June is dude. Is Samsara hiring right now? And do they hire remote or no? Be open roles. Custom success, hardware engineering, product. What would it be? Tech support, software engineering. Hey, they're hiring a software engineer intern. May, this might be for you, Abs. Complete a bachelor's degree, seniors only. Okay. Well, they got a lot of jobs here, man. Yeah, a lot of senior machine learning, back end staff. Hey, they're hiring a full stack engineer in London. Manager. And do you? Okay, I guess you have an office, right? You can't work from home. You can't do remote. I don't know. We had this many. Bad cop, man. If I'm looking for a job, I'm coming to you. You're like, hey, refer me, man. Like, I learned live on Twitch. Bad cop taught me. So I already have a mental relationship with him. I'm right now remote because of COVID. Okay. Work product manager design. Um, Golang, Graph, TypeScript, React Native, culture. 5+ experience in relevant industry and software development. Well, that's an ideal candidate, right? Interest in working in an early stage venture. Uh, Very cool. Yeah, that's in London though. Operations, product design, product managers get paid quite well too, like 100K, 150K. Interesting. Software engineer. Okay. Software engineering for, all right, bad cop. Let's see how much you make. Some. Oh, do you think it's on levels? Because you're in San Francisco, right? Levels at FI. Do we have Samsara on here? Maybe we do. We don't know exactly how much you make. Level 4. Jesus Christ, look at that. Median is 200K. This is what. This is potentially what Bad Cop is making right now. I've been outed. You're making. Wait, there you go. Level 4. Software engineer, level 4. He makes 200 grand a year, plus, well, that's including stock and depending on, I don't know. Have you been there for 2 years? Level 2, level 3, level 4. Yeah, 145K with bonuses and looks like stock as well. That's actually not right. Oh, dude, no, I'm wrong. L4. I'm guessing that's level 4. 200K. Yeah, he makes a lot. Man, we got to work on an American company. You got to move to America because yeah, UK just doesn't pay anything. I'm telling you, 14K is like what interns get paid, and it's just dumb, just stupid, man. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, these kind of numbers. Bad cop. How many years experience did you have before you could move up to this level L4? Do you need 2 years experience and you need to be at the company for 2 years? 3 years plus bachelor's. You need a degree, and the degree has to be computer science. So if someone like me who's self-taught, like, won't even get hired, doesn't have to be. That's just what I have. Okay. All right. Well, the future's looking bright, abs, for you and I both. If if Twitch doesn't pan out, if the startup ideas I have doesn't pan out, maybe we can get into one of these. That's Discord. Companies hiring right now. Figma. Oh, remote. Oh, remote. Look at that. I like that. I like remote. Remote is cool. What do they have? I might have to look into this. Oh yeah, we used to be in the same building as Discord offices. Okay, sick. Do you guys have any operations roles going on? Because that's I've got experience in that. Samsara. Oh, that's kind of like my role right now, right? Operations support, senior manager, operations project manager. It's Atlanta though. I don't. Hmm. Application security, full stack, machine learning, cloud team, connected sites, director of software engineering, tech support, product support engineer, business operations manager. My experience section on CV is pretty much. I mean, dude, you're still at uni, man. You're still finishing your uni stuff. Yeah, getting the first job experience is important. My first job did not pay anything like this immediately. That also makes sense. Yeah, okay. All right, man. That's cool. At least we know where to aim for now. We need to get on bad cops level. That's the plan. That's the goal. Some graduates payrolls 1 to 3 years of experience like that. Hey, what's up, Elephant? How's it going? How's it going? Man, Elephant works for Google. You want to see how much Elephant's making potentially? You never know how desperate they are to fill the role. That is also true. Pretty good. Awesome. Awesome. Elephant, what level are you? Are you level 3, 4, 5, or 6? Look at that. Level 6 makes, well, that's staff level. I'm going to assume you're level 4, 262K. That's how much Alpha's making, man. That's how much money he's making. Google's brands are so wide. L3 is entry level, oh, is it? So you must be, yeah, you must be like between 260 to 350. L5 is so it's senior software engineer. So this is like mid level then. And you get 37K. Man, abs, the bonus that these guys get, Elephant and Bad Cop, that's the salary we would make as a Julia. Oh, that's insane. That is insane. That's absolutely nuts. Filter by location. Where are you based? Keep in mind, my rent is absurd. I would imagine so, man. Your rent's probably like my monthly wage. Salaries in US varies a lot, right? You're in Silicon Valley, so you get paid even more. Wait, what? Silicon Valley is in San Francisco, no? Yeah, San Francisco. Right, right, right. Yeah, so this is what you would be doing. Studio apartments here are around 250 to 500. Damn. Man, I pay around that price right now. I'm in London and it's insane. London's like one of the most expensive too. London rent versus San Francisco. I think we're similar. Uh, yeah, look at that. Numbers are almost identical. I think. Well, actually, you're positive in this area here. No, it was more expensive. Pockets, utilities. Man, London's more expensive than just basic utility stuff. Looks like childcare, rent. Oh wow, you guys are 50% plus 50%. Yeah, it's so expensive living here in the page. Yeah, they're coming down a bit because of the thing. Man, yeah, that's Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're basically what you just mentioned. This is it, like a one bedroom, 25K. Yeah, before the pandemic. Oh, it's been hit because of the pandemic. Man, that's insane. That's what I'm gonna say. I need to get on your guys' level, man. 200K a year. You guys worked hard for it though, so definitely well deserved. Especially to be able to get, I'm sure it's so competitive to get into those companies. So 100% deserved for sure. 3,200 plus. That is madness. Where Google is in the highest. It's not super competitive to get into startups. Wait, Facebook and Netflix pays more, but those would be very hard to get in. I would think. I would assume. Let's see, Facebook. How much do they pay? Software engineer. Oh wow. Wait, what? 573K? Like half a million a year just in salary. Well, actually, it's not. Salary is half of that. Half of that is just stock. Google is probably around 80th percentile. Netflix, E6 is staff level, right? But E4 is like where you're at now, right? Which is yeah, but imagine getting Facebook stock. That's insane. Netflix only hires seniors, huh? Software engineering manager. Oh, that's a manager. We need a software engineer. I don't know. This is a bit cash heavy. It doesn't have levels. It's just one, or maybe this just doesn't mention it. But well, I guess they only hire seniors, so base is 450K. That's their base salary. It's 450K. Jesus Christ. BRB applied to Netflix. Good luck, man. Let us know when you get in, so you can give us recommendations. Wait, this guy's making 850K after 5 to 8 years as a company. You make 840K. Yo, this is just stupid money. It's not even. It's not even. This just sounds like, man. I don't think they pay any software engineer less than 400K. Yeah, that's insane. Do people ever quit once you get in? Like, I don't know. Welcome to tech. Yeah, right. Man, I'm so astounded by these numbers. That's just Wait, Netflix UK salary. I bet like that's just American salary. No, in the UK it probably pays a lot less. Salaries. Why Hong Kong, man? Come on. Oh, come on. I don't want to sign up for anything. Uh, I don't know. Probably similar. Don't even know as they're Bay Heavy. Okay. Probably right. Yeah. Let's see. London. Yeah, they don't even have it. You have to. You have to be in America. You has to be in. Damn. We got Elephant and Bad Cop. Elephant is in Google, right? You work in Google in the same area or for Google. Nice. Ooh, are we fine doing React? Yeah, I've been doing React. I started Monday and I took a few days off, and then today going back on it. But my head's spinning, man. I forgot most of the stuff from Monday. So, but yeah, doing React. Control input, control form. Wait, you shouldn't use component will mount. Why not? It's deprecated. So I don't know why they're teaching me then. They need to update their stuff then, man. When was it deprecated? When was this? There's no date on it. Come on, man. 2018. What are we doing here, guys? It's not deprecated per se. Oh wait, what mount is? But all of this is what mount, no? Life cycle method. It's there, but since React 16. Oh yeah, will be deprecated in future version and removed in version. Okay, what version are we in now? 17.01. It says it's going to be removed in version 17, so it's gone. So I don't need to learn this. Yeah, but I just used functional components like a true gamer. I don't even know what that is. So what? So I just skip this for now then? Or is it still worth learning so then I can replace that with something else? June. Hey, what's up, Juan? Thanks for the follow. Yeah, but I think it's worth learning, but don't stress about it. All right. I mean, okay, here's what we got left, right, in the curriculum. So lifecycle method, event listeners, optimize re-renders, should component update. Inline styles, if else, conditional, ternary expression. Yeah. What's Redux or Redux? What is that? So you guys both use React as your front end frameworks, the Google and Samsara, or do you guys use something else? Redux for state management, and that's what I know. Man, you know more than me. That's cool. You use React, but it's not sanctioned by Google. Okay. What does Google sanction? Do you guys have your own framework? Angular? Is it? You can use React since you have. Okay. Interesting. Man, we got 11 people in the chat. What's going on? Let's play the game. Angular. Who created Angular? Did that come from Google or? Yeah, it's from the Angular team at Google, so of course you can do it because it came from Google. I use Vue. Nice. But you oh, bad cop. Nice. But you use React because it's better. Let's go apps. Got a golden parachute. Look at that. Just showing off, man. He's just showing off. Um, man, I'm gonna add to my note. I'm gonna um I'm gonna add it to my notes. Hey, what's up, Jeff Scover? Get a developer job, and I'm gonna be like, get that bad cop money. I'm gonna put that in. If the startup idea doesn't work, I'm gonna try and inspire to get in bad cops level, man. Actually, let's put an underscore here too. So it's more what's going on, Joe? What's happening? Okay, whatever. Let's do some learning. We've looked at enough. Got me excited about the future too much. I actually need to learn to code before I can do that. So let's get focused. Why am I still on Discord? Yeah, okay. Um, Not much, bro. Just chilling. How about you? Yeah, good, man. Good. Um, just chilling here too. Learning React. Components of several methods that provide opportunities to perform actions at specific points in the life cycle of a component. These are called lifecycle methods or lifecycle hooks and allow you to catch components at certain points in time. This can be before they are rendered, before they update, before they receive props, before they unmount, and so on. Here's a list of some of the main lifecycle methods: rendered, update, receive, unmount. Okay. The next several lessons will cover some of the basic use cases for these lifecycle methods. Note the component, okay, whatever. And the component mobile method is called before the render method, right? When a component is being mounted to the DOM, log something to the console within the component will mount. Console log hello. You may want to have your browser console. So this. What a strange way to react. Yeah, I have no idea what this is doing. What? I don't get it. You might want to just start at the React docs. Okay, we're almost at 40%. Is that how you learn? Just go into React. Just go into the documentation. React, or not Reach. React. Square board game. Man, these docs just look so overwhelming. Just so much text. But I need to get used to reading these. Click one of the link that says view projects. Oh, it just goes to CodePen. Rental. Render square I. Oh crap, I broke it. A is not defined. Hmm. Why is it got event listener? Are you familiar with what React is does yet? Kind of. You can use React to create HTML elements, and then you can run JavaScript code directly into it. That's all I know so far. So it might be better to just finish this off and then. All right. So here's the thing, right? So we're gonna finish this off, which is React. They've got Redux, and then they've got Redux and React, and then there's a bunch of projects. I think might as well just go through these, and then we'll build these projects using React. I think that's when all the learning is going to come in. Yeah, the plan was to get to this stage today building stuff, but my week was just insane. Just didn't have time to do anything. All right, okay. Most web developers at some point need to call an API endpoint to retrieve data. If you're working with React, it's important to know where to perform this action. The best practice with React is to place API calls API calls or any calls to your server in the lifecycle method. This method is called after a component is mounted to the DOM. Any calls to set state here would trigger a re-rendering of your component. When you call an API in this method and set your state with the data that the API returns, it will automatically trigger an update once once you receive the data. There is a mock API call component did mount. Okay. It set state 2.5 seconds. All right. To stimulate calling a server to retrieve data. This example requests the current total active users for a site. Active users, component did mount, timeout. Okay. In the render method, render the value of active users in H1 after the text active users. I think it's just this dot. Watch what happens in the preview and feel free to change the timer. See that. So if I set it to 1 second, 5. Oh, okay. It waits. It waits that long, and then it spits out. Component did mount. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Add event listeners. Who is all this? And I'm also hungry. I might go grab some food and come back. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do. Who's still here in the chat? I think Elfin's still here. Badcop's still here. Abbott Costello, what's going on? Extra more. Tracino, join effort. Joe, Iconicon. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go grab some food real quick, and I'll come back probably in like an hour, and then we'll push through this. So yeah, if I don't see you again today, enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll catch you all later. I'll be back. Bye, guys.